Hello students, today we are going to start with lesson number 8, the Cripps mission and the Quit India movement. So as in our previous chapter, lesson number 7, we have done non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement and little bit about other movements. So after that, as Indians were not successful to get freedom or even dominion status, so then there was a condition of war. In 1939, Second World War broke out in September month. And this was the situation when Britishers need military help as well as help by money from the Indians. And Indians were not ready for that. They were having their few demands. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the Cripps mission and Quit India movement. So why Cripps mission came to India, why we have launched Quit India movements. So those reasons are related with the previous chapter as well as the things that we will discuss in this chapter. Okay, so then when Second World War broke out, and till the time Congress persons, they were not willing, here it is written, until now they were not reluctant to launch a massive movement. So they were not willing to launch a kind of mass movement where all or entire Indian people will participate. But now, because this is the time when Indians were there, as Britishers were willing for Indians to involve in Second World War, so now Indians were convinced that the British rule must end immediately. So the events leading to the Quit India movement of 1942 really need a detailed account. So we will discuss that in detail. So first is resignation of Congress ministers. From here question could be there, why they resigned, why Congress ministers resigned. So as we have started that Second World War broke out, so then the ministers of Congress, they resigned on the war issue. Their objection was that the British government had involved India in war without consulting the central legislature and the provincial governments. So they didn't ask the congresspersons about the war, and they involved Indian soldiers in that Second World War. And the Congress ministers, they resigned towards the end of October 1939. And the Muslim League rejoiced to see the fall of Congress ministers. So on the other hand, the Muslim League, they were very happy because Congress was breaking down, and because Mr. Jinnah was now had come to look upon the Congress as its enemy number one, because at this time, according to Muslim League or according to Jinnah, Congress was their enemy, and the League promised all help in the war efforts on the condition that no constitutional scheme would be finalized without its approval. So Muslim League was ready to help the Britisher on the condition that nothing will be decided without the consent or without the approval of Muslim League in the matter of constitutional schemes. Then in August 1940, the August offer was there. So what was there in that offer? So when the war situation in Europe was worsened, therefore an attempt was made to end the political deadlock. Here political deadlock is between Indian Congress and the British government, as they are not coming at any particular decision. So now they just want to end that type of a deadlock. And on August 1940, the Viceroy Lord Linlithgow made a new offer that is known as August offer, and in this offer he put forward two main proposals. So the main is only the two main proposal, and it's a rejection only. So first proposal was that after the war was over, A representative Indian body would be set up to frame a constitution for India. So this one or first was given that after that war constitutional body that will be from the representatives, they will be appointed or they will be framed so that constitution for India can be written write down. Then second is the immediate expansion of Viceroy's Executive Council by appointing a number of representative Indians. So they will appoint more number of Indian representatives in Viceroy's Executive Council. But this proposal, the August offer, this was rejected. So why that offer was rejected? The offer failed to satisfy the Congress leaders, as there was no time limit within which the constitution making body was to be set up. So they didn't give any kind of a fixed date. And on the issue of the expansion of the Viceroy's Executive Council, also no agreement could be reached. So due to this reason, that August offer was failed. So why this offer is known as August offer? Because this offer was given in the month of August only. That's why it is known as a August offer. Okay, so then let us take have a little look only, because this is not a very important topic. Individual satyagraha. So during this time, when war aim of the British were not clear, the Congress could not cooperate with them in the war efforts, but it neither wanted to launch a mass movement nor to give an impression that it was doing nothing. So they don't want to take any kind of mass movement or any they don't want to start any kind of mass movement. Even they don't want to cooperate with the Britishers on the matter of war, and even they don't want to show that they are not doing anything. So they started individual satyagraha, and the satyagrahis were proclaimed it is wrong to help the British war effort with men or money. So according to them, they are not ready. According to them, it is not right to help Britishers in this war, that Second World War efforts, whether with money or with the men. Then another topic is, so I am giving these topics in a little bit hurry because these are not main. So when we will come to main topic, I will tell you, and in detail we will discuss. Then the Cripps mission of 1942. So why did Sir Stafford Cripps come to India? So this Cripps mission is known by the name of Sir Stafford Cripps. Okay, so Second World War was going on, and the enemy's armies about to reach the borders of India. So this was very crucial time for Indians as well as for the British government. But on the other hand, British Prime Minister Mr. Churchill, he was still not showing any eagerness. He was not showing any kind of willingness that he is ready to reach an agreement with Indian leaders. So then came the pressure of the President of USA. Only due to the pressure by President of United States America, the result was that Sir Stafford Cripps, that was a member of a British war cabinet, was sent to India. So why he was sent to India? To solve the Indian problem. So what was the Indian problem? They were having few demands. So if the situation was that if British government will fulfill or will be agreed to fulfill their demands, then they will participate or they will provide help in Second World War. Okay, to sort out this problem, he was sent here in India and arrived at Delhi in March 1942. Detailed information related to this is in our main topic. Okay, so that detail we will discuss in there only. So here one topic is given, that the Cripps proposals, what was there in the proposals given by the Cripps mission. So first is that, according to this proposal, that after the war was over, India would be given the same status as the other dominion. So earlier in our previous chapter we discussed, they were asking about the dominion status as it was there in Canada. So now he was ready that after the end of this war they will give India the dominion status. Then second, immediately after the war, a constituent assembly would be set up. They are ready for this also, but the thing is, nothing was mentioned that after how many days or after how many weeks of this war they will start these kind of things. And third is, the British government would accept the constitution so framed, subject to the condition that any province or provinces which did not accept the new constitution could frame a constitution of their own, and they singly together would be accorded the same status as the Indian Union had. Such a proposal was sure to lead to a partition. So he gave this kind of thing, that if any particular province or number of provinces did not want to join this type of constitution, or they don't want to go with the Union India, so they can make their own constitution. Means this was the seeds of partition that they want to sow here. And for the Constitutional Assembly would conclude a treaty with the British government. So this treaty would cover all matters rising out of the complete transfer of responsibility from British to Indian hands. And besides the matters, they would guarantee the protection of racial and religious minorities in India. So here they were in favor of India. Then fifth, until the new constitution was framed, the government desired effective participation of Indian leaders in Viceroy's executive council. So as they were there, so they will continue their participation till the time their constitution will not be ready. And only the defense of India would remain under the control of the British government, and rest of the things or rest of the powers will be given to Indians representatives. Now, the rejection of Cripps proposal. So this topic we will do in this Quit India movement topic. Okay, so now come to our main topic. So our main topic is, according to our revised syllabus, Quit India movement. Under this, reasons that led to the passing of Quit India resolution. So what were the reasons behind this? First is failure of the Cripps mission. Rejection of the Cripps proposal by Congress was due to these reasons. So here this topic was there now, so that topic we are covering here. So the reasons why Cripps mission was rejected by the Congress, or why Cripps proposal was rejected. So first reason is, Cripps did not bring with him the promise of independence in the near future, because the Constituent Assembly to frame India's constitution was to be set up after the war. So after how many days, after how many weeks they are going to give independence, nothing was clear. Second, Cripps proposed that any province or provinces which did not accept new constitution could frame a constitution of their own. As I told you earlier, that it was the proposal that was there to divide India into number of independent states. And third, the people of the princely state had not been given the right to elect a representative to the proposed constitution making body, and their representatives were to be selected by the rulers only. and that was a negation of the principle of democracy. So this was against the rules of democracy. According to democracy, only the representatives that will be selected or that will be elected by the voters will be there. And fourth, until the new constitution was framed, the government desired full participation on Indian leaders in Viceroy's Executive Council. But the problem about this proposal was that the Viceroy was to retain full control over matters like war and defense. As it was said, the defense matter will be in the hand of Britishers only. So, who is having the defense? It means that one is having the control. And in fact, the wartime defense covers almost the whole of administration, as I told you. So, the Congress wanted a true national government with Viceroy acting as constitutional head. Like in these days, our president is constitutional head. So, Congress wanted Viceroy as constitutional head only, with all subjects including defense under the control of this government, means Indian government only. And due to the many wrong things in this Cripps, Mahatma Gandhi felt very upset because of virtual partition of India which Cripps proposed involved. So it was the real partition only, as according to Cripps, princely states or more than one states, if not want to go with this constitution, they can make their own constitutions, and it is up to them if they don't want to go with the Indian Union. So this was kind of planning for the partition of India. So Gandhi was not happy with this. So he therefore urged the Congress Working Committee to reject Cripps' proposal. So this was the reason why Cripps' proposal was rejected. And a little bit is given attitude or view of the Muslim League and other parties. And the Muslim League also rejected the proposal. So why? Because it felt that the proposal of achieving Pakistan was bleak, because nothing was clear that after this they will give Pakistan as a independent status. So it demand a definite pronunciation, means defined pronunciation in favor of partition. They were asking that one kind of official statement must be given by the British government, only then they will be ready, but nothing was given. So the Hindu Mahasabha rejected any proposal which involved partition of India. So why Hindu Mahasabha rejected this? Because they don't want anything that will be related to the partition. It means they don't want any kind of partition of India. Then proposal were also rejected by the depressed class also, the Sikhs also, the Anglo-Indians also, Indian Christian also, and the leaders of the working classes also, who demanding sufficient measures to safeguard their interests. So no one was happy with this Cripps mission. So finally it was rejected by all. And now when Cripps mission was failed, so this failure of Cripps mission plunged the country in anger and resentment. So now Indians, whether any political party was there, whether any particular section of Indian society was, all were very angry. They were angry, they just want to take a kind of revenge, as Britishers were not ready to fulfill their demands, and the situation was very dangerous due to Second World War. So the Congress could no longer remain inactive. So till that time Congress was not active. So it had to give a suitable reply which called for British to quit India. So this was the requirement of time. So that requirement was to say Britishers to quit India. So finally Congress gave this quit India movement, means they launched this movement here. Then second reason is that is the worsening of communal problem. The Muslim League session at Lahore in 1940 had set its official seal on the idea of Pakistan. So, as in 1940, they were ready for the partition of India, and officially they declared for the partition of Pakistan. And it was at this session that a definite demand for the partition of India was made. Means officially they declared the partition of India into India as well as in to Pakistan. And it was at this session that Mr. Jinnah proclaimed that Muslim could not accept any justice at the hands of Congress, and this spoiled the communal situation. So, on the one hand, Indians were asking freedom and Indians were ready to launch Quit India movement. On the other hand, Muslims they were not ready to go with Congress, as according to them after independence Muslim League will not able to get any kind of justice because they were minority in India. Majority was with the other section, mainly Congress, and this spoiled the communal situation. To make matters worse, government had been pampering the Muslim. So this already situation was not good. So the British government started to pamper the Muslim League, means they started to treat them well so that they can, means Britishers, they can use Muslims against the Indians. And third was the Japan posed a serious threat to India. So the third main reason was during Second World War, when Japan posed a serious threat to India, the Congress was greatly perturbed by the developments in Southeast Asia. So Congress was very disturbed due to this warfares that were going on, and the enemies were very near to India. So the Japanese bombers raided Shanghai and their armies overran the Philippines and Malaya, and they occupied Burma also, and then marched towards Assam. So they are on the borders of India now. And the war thus had come to the very border of India. Our great anxiety was what should be done or if India was attacked by Japan. So now the condition was, if Japan will attack India, what we will do. Had Japanese armies attacked, they could quickly occupy India without much opposition. There was nothing that Indian could do to resist it. Nothing was there in the hand. Indians were not capable to defend themselves. So this feeling of helplessness irritated many leaders, and in particular Jawaharlal Nehru. So Jawaharlal Nehru was very irritated that what they will do, as they were not capable to defend their country, and he even advised people to resort to guerrilla warfare in the event of a Japanese invasion. So he was guiding or advising Indians for guerrilla warfare. And on this, Gandhi remarked, Jawahar appears to have discarded non-violence altogether. So when Nehru was guiding for guerrilla warfare, and when guerrilla warfare is there, it means this is against the non-violent rules. So it means now what was the requirement of time? Violence only. Warfare means violence only. So Gandhi was not ready for violence. Then Gandhi and other leaders were now convinced that the situation called for complete independence, immediate and unconditional. So this was the requirement of time, that we need only independence, means Britishers, it is must for to quit them. and only then could the people realize that the defense of country was their duty and their alone. Gandhi said India's safety and Britain's too lies in orderly and timely British withdrawal from India, as India was not any kind of enemy of Japanese. So, if Britishers will leave India, definitely Japanese will not harm India. So, this was the requirement of time, and this will good for India as well as this will good for Britishers. So this was the requirement of time to launch this quit India movement. So all these were the reasons for this movement. So now finally, quit India resolution. The Congress Working Committee met at Warda in July 1942. It adopted a long resolution that came to be known as the Quit India Resolution. So in this resolution, it was demanded that British rule in India must end immediately, and all India Congress Committee met at Mumbai to consider the resolution, and after lengthy discussions it was posed on 8 August 1942, and the resolution said no future promises or guarantees can affect the present situation. It means only the solution is quit India movement, only means only that Britishers just withdraw from India, and only glow of freedom can now release that energy and enthusiasm of millions of people, which will immediately transfer the nature of war. So when Britishers will leave our country, everything will be changed. And if this demand was not considered, the Congress declared its resolve to start a mass struggle on non-violent lines under Gandhiji's leadership. And Gandhi in his speech said, "We shall do or die, and we shall either be free or die in the attempt." So now finally Gandhi was ready that they need only freedom, and for that they will do anything or they will die under this struggle. And Gandhi had started stated that he did not intend to start mass struggle immediately. It means till that time he didn't plan any kind of mass struggle, and but he would do so only if after having met the viceroy. So he will planned or he will be ready for that kind of a mass struggle only after meeting with the viceroy. He failed to achieve some honorable agreement, but he was not successful in that, and he also made clear that like other movements this would also be a non-violent one. So because he was failed to meet with viceroy to reach any kind of agreement, so this movement was launched, and again Gandhi declared like other movement this will be a non-violent movement only. So today we will discuss up to this only. Rest of the topics we will discuss in our next video. Only little bit is there, only one main topic, impact or significance of this movement is there. So just watch this video. If any confusion is there or you want to add something in this or the things that we have already discussed, you can message me so that I can add that particular thing or matter in our next video. So till the time, watch this video, try to understand the topics. Thank you.